honestly, the absence of fathers in the time we live in is so pronounced. And Satan understands that if you want to destroy the family, you destroy the head.
Yes.
You go after the head. And I believe that a lot of that strategy is to try to ruin the family before the couples even get together. And you know, there was a study done back in the 90s about the impact of fathers going to church on their children. And they found that when the father goes to church regularly, 70 to 75% of his children will go to church when they become adults, regardless of the faith of the mother, regardless of how consistent she goes, regardless of what she does. But when it's just the mother, only 2% of the children, if it's just the mother and the father doesn't go, it's just 2% of those children that actually go to church when they're adults.
Boy, what a drop.
Now, that doesn't mean there's no hope for them.
Yeah, that's right.
Thank God. I mean, I like to call the generation we live in now the Timothy generation. The Bible says that Timothy had a grandmother and he had a mother that believed, but his father was a Greek, which means that he wasn't saved and didn't walk with God. But the Bible says that his mother and grandmother had their faith was unfeigned. They had genuine faith. And so what God did with him is that when Paul met him and led him to Christ, Paul took that young man and mentored that young man. And even though his father didn't give him what he needed, God knew that he had a grandmother and a mother that prayed and believed for him. And God knew that if I get Paul in his life and mentor him, this man's going to be great. Ooh. And so we're living in that generation where even though the fathers have not been where they want to be, but God is setting spiritual fathers and he's putting men so that these young men and young women don't have to go lacking. And so I want to encourage all the single mothers and single parents that your son or your daughter does not have to go lacking because his father is not in his life or refuses to be in his life. Yes. But it's so important for them that their faith is undisguised, unfeigned. And if that's the case, then God will see to it that they have somebody like a Paul that can mentor them and be what they need to be.
Goodness, what a word.